Feed the baby. Good job.
My top 10 favorite mommy hacks that I have learned over the past 10 months. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Oh yeah, wave hi. Can you wave? Wave, good job. This is my daughter Alethea. She's 10 months old. She is growing and changing every day, and her new thing is waving. So yeah, good job. In today's video, I am gonna be sharing with you guys my top 10 favorite mommy hacks that I have learned over the past 10 months. My first mommy hack is to have Montessori inspired shelving. This does not mean that you have to be full-on Montessori. You can still have plastic toys and toys that make music. There's nothing wrong with that, but having an open shelving unit for your toys is so convenient for so many reasons. One, all of the toys are at baby's eye level and within baby's reach, so anytime throughout the day, they are welcome to independently go and pick what toys they want to play with. It keeps all of your toys presented in a really aesthetic and good looking way for your home. I find that day by day and week by week, my daughter's taste in what she wants to play with is constantly changing. She has a few of her favorite toys, but then she has ones that she doesn't really ever touch. But then the next week she might start to explore that toy and play with it, or learn how to play with it in a new way. Having this storage unit is also great because it makes cleanup super easy. Rather than having toys scattered all around your home and you're trying to always find new spots to shove and hide these toys away, I just like to lay mine all out. It's available to her all throughout the day whenever she needs it, and it's super easy for me to clean up because I just throw everything in a little basket or I put it back where it goes on the shelf. It is super quick and super convenient. Mommy hack number 2. Whenever your child is playing independently, don't interrupt their play. It is a magical moment when your child will wander off and play by themselves. A way that you can promote independent play is by not interrupting them when they are playing on their own. When my daughter plays independently, I often miss her and I'm like, oh, I just want to go give my baby a hug. As soon as I put her back down, she is no longer focused on her toys. She just wants mom. It's so much better to be patient and let them play on their own, and they will come to you when they are ready for your attention. Independent play is great because it fosters their imagination and their creativity. It allows them to explore their environment from their perspective and learn and play with toys in a new way. Mommy hack number 3. Always have your diaper bag packed and by the door. It is so convenient for me to always have my bag right by the door, and I know it's always fully packed. You want to have, your diapers in there, wipes, bum cream, change of clothes, an extra soother, and some toys. If you know that you have all of this ready to go in your bag, you're not going to be scrambling around the house trying to pack a bag in your baby's awake window. The only last minute thing that you'll need to do before you leave the house is grab them a snack. I always keep, just for emergencies, one of those baby pouch snacks. They're super convenient if you're on the road or don't have time, or you were out later than you expected and your baby is really fussy or really hungry. You can always know there is a snack in there for emergencies. I know for me, ever since I had a child, I run late to everything, so definitely having a bag ready to go at all times is a huge time saver. Tip number 4. This is to meal prep your baby's food. Ever since my daughter started eating at 6 months, I have been meal prepping her food, and it saves a lot of time. I use silicone storage containers that you just pour the baby food in and you pop it right into the freezer. When I'm ready to take a portion out, I just pop it out into her bowl and I leave it in the fridge overnight to de-thaw. Or if I'm in a big rush or I forget to take it out of the freezer in advance, I'll put it in a Ziploc bag, boil some water, and then put the bag in the boiling water. That is all, of course, if your baby is eating purees. My daughter eats a mixture of purees and solid foods, so I also will meal prep her some snacks whenever leaving the house. I'll always cut up some like strawberries or blueberries or some soft veggies, and I'll put that in a bag for on the go. Mommy hack number 5, special car time toys. Lots of babies don't like to be in their car seat, especially for long periods of time. So I always pack special car time toys. I always am alternating what toys I bring in the car so that every time she gets in the car, it's a new toy. I usually give her something that she hasn't seen in a while or hasn't played with in a while, hoping that that will be something new and entertaining for her. Tip number 6. This is something I just learned recently, and it's a massive lifesaver, and that is to wet the bottom of your plates and bowls that are meant to suction to the tray. Wet them a little bit and they will stick so much better to whatever surface. I swear, without putting a little bit of water on them, I find they're really kind of pointless. Like mine, I have the brand Mushy, and they were not working well until I started adding a little bit of water. So try that method out. It will save you from a really big mess. Tip number 7. This is something that has helped me so much, me and my daughter, and that is to not introduce blackout blinds to them. Now, if your baby is already used to blackout blinds, definitely don't switch up the routine, because whatever your baby is comfortable with and what works with your family. But if you're just starting out and you don't have any blinds up and you're wondering what blinds to buy, semi-blackout blinds. My daughter can now sleep anywhere. She can sleep in the car, she can sleep at her grandma's house, at her auntie's house. She's such a good sleeper. It's so good. Thank you for sharing. My daughter is such an amazing sleeper now, and I honestly believe a huge part of that is because she doesn't need blackout blinds to sleep. She can fall asleep just about anywhere because it doesn't matter how dark it is. Semi-blackout blinds are also great if you're planning on having some sort of schedule or routine. When Alethea goes down for a nap and it's still light in the room, she knows that this is a nap and not bedtime. Tip number 8. Now, tip number 8 might be just the most important one of them all. If you take anything from this, I highly, highly, highly recommend developing a schedule and routine early on. Now, when your baby is a newborn, it's going to be extremely hard to have a schedule. You're just going to have to go with the flow and go with whatever baby needs. But around 6 months is when I created a schedule with my daughter. Having a schedule means having consistency in your daily routine and their nap times and what time they're waking up and going to bed. This is going to help you so much in the long run, I swear, because you are going to be able to predict when your baby is going to get tired, when they're going to start to get fussy. You're going to be able to read their signals so much better, and you're going to be able to be better prepared to prevent them from getting overtired. You're also going to be able to plan your life. Like, life revolves around our children, especially when they're this young, but you're going to have a little bit more freedom because you are going to be able to plan your days. If you're wanting to go out with friends or you're wanting to go to the mall, you're going to know when their awake window is going to be, and you can have everything ready to go so that when they wake up, you are out of the house. If you ever want to go for a weekend away, or even just take the night off and go out with your husband or with your girlfriends to a restaurant, and you have to get a babysitter, and your babysitter comes over and says, okay, so what time are they eating at? What time are they going to bed at? And you're like, I don't know. It makes it so much harder for anyone else to watch your children, and therefore you're gonna have very limited freedom to do anything that you want to do. And as moms and dads, we do need our time too sometimes. It allows us to like get that energy back we need to just keep on going. Having a schedule is also a great way to communicate with your baby, because they don't know what's going on otherwise. They don't know how to talk and how to understand your words yet. So them having consistency in something will really help them out to know what they should expect in the day and what is coming next. Oh, thank you. That's my paper. Thank you. Are you gonna talk? Is it your turn to talk? Yeah, you can talk. You can have a turn. Tip number 9. This is to have good communication with your baby. Now, this can be seen in a number of ways, And I believe that babies can actually understand us more than we think they might be able to. Babies do not know how to communicate with you yet, so it is our responsibility as their parents to be role models to them and teach them how to communicate. And there is no better way than starting early and always communicating with them. So I will talk to my daughter all day long. I know she's not going to understand everything I say, but as I'm getting her dressed, I am talking about the color of her pajamas, and are we gonna put her hair in a ponytail today, or are we gonna put a bow on her hair? And I'll give her choices. What shirt would you like to wear? This shirt or this shirt? And when I'm putting her in a car seat, I tell her, you know, we're gonna go to grandma's house. And when we're in the car, I'm explaining that we're driving and we're driving a car and the car has 4 wheels. I'm always trying to be in communication with my baby, even though she may not be able to understand me fully. As babies grow, they will start to learn key words, so they might start to understand that bath means bath time and that they get to go in the tub. And when you say food, they might start to learn what food means. So it is always good to be in a constant conversation with your child, and don't feel guilty if there are silent moments, because that is completely okay too. Everyone, adults and babies, need time to just process their own thoughts in their own head, and that is relaxing and necessary in its own way. Always be very respectful to your baby. I like to ask my daughter permission. Can you go in your car seat, please? And I'll point to her car seat and I'll hold her and I say, we're gonna go to grandma's house. Can you please go in your car seat? And she's actually started to lean forward, implying that yes, I will go in my car seat. So I give her like that little bit of like choice now. At the end of the day, we still need to get in the car, we still need to go, but it's just about having like that communication there with her and trying to teach her that she does have choices and I respect her choices. Mommy hack number 10. This is the last mommy hack, and it's another super important one that has been really, really helpful with me, and that is buying toys that are slightly above their age group. My daughter is still under 1, so toys can be quite simple, which is great. Very simple toys like these little balls and stuff are great. But what I have found is she grows out of these very infant toys very early on and doesn't play with them. So my daughter is 10 months, I'll buy her toys 12 months plus because she can still explore that toy. She might not be playing with it in the proper way yet, but she will learn and she will have that toy and enjoy that toy for a longer period of time, and it's completely appropriate for a child to learn to play with one thing in numerous kinds of ways. This is a really good example of what I mean by buying something for an older age group. So this camera is actually 3 years plus, but all it is like this wooden camera, and it has like a little spinny thing on it. Obviously, Alethea doesn't use the camera properly. She doesn't know what it is, but it's something she will grow into, and as of now, she likes to hold it, she likes to look at it, she likes to chew on it. So it's really no different than any other baby toy. The only difference is it's gonna last longer, and when she's 3 years old, she'll still be playing with it. Another really good example of this, I'm gonna show you guys right now because it's honestly just magical. I have this little baby doll for her. Now, she is obviously too old, you'd think, to play baby, but I started teaching her, and this is another hack, teach your kids how to play with something. I taught her to feed the baby a bottle, and now she will feed the baby a bottle. So this toy, you know, kids will usually play babies when they're 2 and up, but my daughter will feed the baby the bottle right now. Here, Alethea, feed baby. Feed baby. Good job, feed baby. I'll feed you too, yeah. Give a bobo. Look, feed the baby. Good job. You're very smart. Good job. Give the baby her soother. Give baby soother. Good job. Give the baby soother. Good
Good job! You're so smart!
So as you can see, it is totally possible for babies, even babies who are under 1, to play with a toy better than you even expected. And you know, that's another hack all on its own, and that is to take the time to teach your kid, even when they are an infant, the proper way to play with a toy. It is amazing for a kid to play with things with their own imagination and learn themselves, but it's also okay for you to show them a different and new creative way that they never thought of how to play with something. So now she can sit there and she can play baby, and she can feed her baby the bottle, and she can, yeah, and you can give the baby a soother. And that doll is something that we can have for, you know, until she grows out of it, and that's not going to be for a long time, because even though she's big, she's still only going on 11 months. And there we have it. That's the end of today's video. I hope this helped you guys so much. Those were my favorite, most useful top 10 mommy hacks. Tell them, subscribe to my mommy's channel. If you guys enjoyed watching, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and leave me a comment on your #1 mommy hack that I did not mention. And if I mentioned something that you agree with, let me know that that works for you too. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.